Hi, and in this lesson we will speak about while loop. So let's begin by writing an integer a that will be equal to 0, and let's say we want to output values from 0 to 10. To do this we do while, and then while works like if, but it checks constantly, not once. So it checks once. If the value is true, it will execute the code here in between the curly brackets, and when it finishes the code right here, it will check the condition again. So you can change the value of the condition and it will stop, or it will or not the loop while. So for example, we want to output values from 0 to 10. For this we can write until a is more than 10, or better to say less than 11. Yes. And now let's increment the value of a by writing 1 plus equals 1, or 1 or a plus plus, as we learned before. And then we can output the a to the screen. And now let's see what our code does. Let's first locate the folder again. And run our code, and as you can see, it outputs all the values from 1 through 11. Now the question is, why does it output 11? Well, it is really important to look at the condition that you put in while loop. It is very critical. For this we made a mistake, and when a becomes 10, it increments by 1 and outputs it to the screen. What we need to do really is to first output it to the screen, so the first value will be 0, and the last value, when a becomes 11 here, it will stop and will not output it to the screen with the bright line. So now let's run our code, and as you can see, we get values from 0 to 10. Now your assignment will be to output even values from 0 to 10, including 0. Okay, let's now pause the video and do it for yourself. Okay, I'm assuming you had a go at it, and now let's do it together. So for this, it's really simple. You just increment it by 2, and that's it. Now let's run our code, and you get even values including 0 from 0 to 10. And that's how our while loops work, in the programming language. We can also set a custom code that will be outputted, a custom line, and then it will check the condition in the while loop. For example, why we need this? For example, if we have a value of 11 or a value of 12, for example, which is an even number, and we still want it to be outputted to the screen, or any number really, we can do something like this. We will cut this line and paste it here and put a semicolon. It's important to put semicolon here, and then we write do. So what will happen is the first value, whatever it is, will be outputted without checking condition, and only then, if the condition applies, it will output this second lines. Now let's run our code and see what it does. Okay, we get 12. So that's it. That's how while loop works in the programming language.